Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my Formula 1 2020 career mode video series where I'm racing as Michael Schumacher and we are part of the Haas F1 team. We're heading into the Belgium Grand Prix and I get to replace my gearbox for free because I've done the required 6 races with it, which is good. New part on the car, which is actually a good thing because we actually do now have some worn parts on the car, specifically to do with the ERS system, the MGUH, the MGUK and the turbocharger, and not in the best of shapes, and I'm probably going to have to change them after this race. But yeah, we're at Spa, round 15 of the Drivers' Championship, and as you can see, as I was talking about, the MGUK, MGUH, getting a bit shoddy looking, but I'm going to keep them for this race. I'm not going to switch them out until Monza. Monza I will put in the 3rd units. I mean, it's a bit of a risk. We are suffering in the race. We are losing performance because of these parts. But you know, there we go. It's what we have to contend with. I am going to try and raise the durability on those elements as soon as I have the resource points available. But you know, it is what it is, unfortunately. But we're here, we're at Spa, which is a fantastic, actually it's round 14, not round 15, sorry, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. Still a long way to go in this championship season then. Oh my word.
Carl probably mentioned the new parts that have come in from the factory. Well, they're all fitted and good to go. I hope they do the trick.
So do I, Jeff, so do I. I hope our upgrades definitely do the trick. Anyway, I've gone through practice, all 3 sessions. I've managed to get all my research points done. 600 of 600, fully maxed out, everything, purpled, everything.
We're top of the speed trap, 200.5 miles per hour.
Which is pretty good going. We're doing pretty good. We're doing all right. Like I say, got the research points available. I nailed all my fastest laps. As far as actual practice goes, we're a little bit off the pace. Or I'm certainly a little bit off the pace compared to the likes of my teammate.
If you want to know specific information or make certain changes to the car during a pit stop, you can tell me what you want over the radio. Press and hold the radio button to activate the system, and you can either speak the command or select it manually from the radio screen that will appear on the multifunction display. While the radio is active,
it's time to remind ourselves of our top 3, who are Bottas, Hamilton and Daniel Kvyat. Sadly, it's time to say goodbye as free practice is over. However,
bit of room for improvement required.
Formula 1 action.
Certainly heading into qualifying. Have a look. Like I say, we've got plenty of research points. Well, I wish Roman would get a few more, but it's not really looking like he's going to contribute a lot to the team. Right, so let's have a look-ski then. What are we going to be doing? What are we going to be doing? Got a load of messages. Emma's telling me to make sure I do well in the upcoming session. She likes to drill that into me, doesn't she? Yeah, we probably want to go with a upgrade. MGUK. MGUH. Well, we're going to need to do both of those, but I can only afford to do one at a time, so we'll go for that one first, the heat element. turbo is already developed to stage 2, so I can't do anything with the turbo until the team upgrades the facilities. So I'm a little bit stuck there. Right, so let's not waste any time qualifying. We're going to jump straight out on track, and we're going to go set a Q1 time. Hopefully good enough to get us through to Q2. Well, it should be good enough to get us through to Q2. There's never any danger of me being knocked out in Q1, I don't think, unless I do something really stupid. Creating a little bit of space there to the car ahead. Here comes Kimi Raikkonen steaming up the inside of me, and he's hit me, and he is out of the session. Well done, Kimi Raikkonen. Bad qualifying for Kimi. You will not get out of Q1, Kimi. You will not need to drink, Kimi. Whoa, that wasn't very good. Again, I kind of get the feeling, and I've said this many times throughout this series, that soft tyres do not suit me. I think the soft tyres change the dynamics of the car far too much, and I think potentially I have got the ride height too low for these tyres. With the extra bit of squish and compression that you get with the soft tyres, and it definitely sounds like I'm scraping more, and it's also understeering a little bit, which means I'm probably just riding on the bottom of the car a little bit too much in certain areas of this track with the downforce. So again, this is where I kind of pay for my doing my car setup in practice 1, where I'm running on the hard and medium tyres. Kind of comes back to hurt me a bit, because I basically set my car up for the hard compounds, and once I get on the soft tyres, the balance just goes wrong. So we managed to put in a time that was third fastest in Q1, which is okay.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1 minute 42.1.
I mean, we're a second slower than Bottas, which is never a good thing. But Bottas keeps posting these ridiculous lap times every qualifying. Seriously, Codemasters, if you are out there listening and watching, you need to nerf Bottas in qualifying, or at least reverse him and put Hamilton as the guy that's always on pole. You know, let's make it realistic, Codemasters. Come on, make the game true to life. You've got the wrong Mercedes. You're backing the wrong Mercedes driver, Codemasters. Bottas isn't that good, and I don't care what he rants or what he says in interviews or after races on the team radio. He isn't very good. And the people who are critical of him on social media, in the press, etc., etc., are fully justified in being critical of him, because he's not good. You know, he's won 9 races in 4 years at Mercedes. That's shocking, you know. And to be honest, he's not really that good of a number 2, because oftentimes he doesn't even finish properly behind Lewis. You know, a number of times he's been behind bloody Verstappen for a number 2 driver is terrible. And the number of times he doesn't finish the race, certainly in my career mode here in the game, Bottas's DNF percentage is incredibly high for Mercedes. I mean, okay, most of that is his fault because he seems to be in that Felipe Massa mentality of always wanting to crash into me. You know, he's got that flipping magnet. He seems to be magnetised to the back of my car and wants to drive into me at every chance he can possibly get, which doesn't help. But then he has suffered some mechanical failures as well. Mercedes have let him down on the car a couple of times, like we saw in Hungary. But honestly, right now, in this game, in this career mode, Bottas does not justify his seat at Mercedes. He hasn't finished enough races. He hasn't scored enough points. He hasn't converted those pole positions he gets into, you know, results for the team. But here we are, Q2. I'm going to post a good time on the medium tyres. This definitely feels like a better lap to me than the one I did in Q1. The car seems to be handling better, which again definitely supports my theory that the ride height, I may have my ride height too low a lot of the time, trying to increase my speed, reduce my drag. And it's good enough for fifth. Good enough for fifth. We broke into the 142. We're ahead of Grosjean. Unfortunately, Charles Leclerc is ahead of me, which is bad for the rivalry because obviously I've got to beat Leclerc. I'm hoping he has a bad Q3 and I can get ahead of him because I would like the 2 points. Right then, this is it. I've gone out pretty early in Q3. I'm only going to do the one run. I'm not going to wait for track evolution because obviously, as we heard from Jeff at the end of Q2, there is a chance of rain coming. So I would much rather go out and set my lap time on a dry track if I can, without any rain falling, to compromise it. Super deep into turn one. I really do struggle for the braking on turn one and the braking point. Gonna get some speed up down here now. Look, 211, 212 miles an hour. That's enough to give you a nosebleed. That is. That was quick. It's a shame we can't have that. We don't have that pace in the race. We can't do that in the normal race trim with a full tank of fuel on board because that would be immense. One day, maybe. One day. When we've got all the upgrades. Just keeping it flat, just keeping it flat, just keeping it flat. Through the corners. Bit slow through there, but you've got to be careful not to lose the rears coming out of that last corner. It's very easy to spin there coming out of the bus stop. And that's Q3. Done. Only good enough for... well, was good enough for fourth on track, but then the Ferrari boys have managed to sneak ahead of me, including Charles Leclerc. Oh, that's bad. It's bad.
And with qualifying complete, Let's review our top 3 today. Bottas, Hamilton, and Charles Leclerc. Goodbye for now then, but we're really just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
Okay, Crofty, we'll be back for Lights Out tomorrow. Of course we will.
So that was an exciting race from our perspective. Let's have yours. What was the secret of your qualifying pace?
Having a great team who worked tirelessly to get the best out of the car.
Did you feel that things went well for you today?
I'm going to go for that, yeah.
What was the secret ingredient for your performance today?
Give the chassis department a boost. I don't know why. I should have gone for durability, shouldn't I? I should have boosted durability because they're making our new parts. Oh, and Charles has beat me in the rivalry for qualifying. Close, there's only a point in it now. 4 races remaining. It's the closest rivalry I've had.
Alright, I think we can call that a successful qualifying. We should be in with a good chance in the race.
Oh yeah, I suppose. Got to always look on the bright side. Going to require one of my superhuman, awesome beast mode starts again to make up places off the line, because qualifying in 5th was not, to me, not good enough.
Welcome along then to the Belgian Grand Prix, the race that gave us the maiden victory for the Jordan team in 1998. And in the same team, the phenomenal debut of a young Michael Schumacher. There's always something special around one of the many corners of this fan favourite circuit. Spa-Francorchamps then, a historic 19-corner circuit with a lap distance of 4.35 miles. There's over 100 metres of elevation change here, and with long stretches of the lap spent flat out, a good top speed will be vital for success. Anthony Davidson also joins me in the commentary box today. Let's talk about Schumacher. They come into this race with a healthy championship lead. I don't want to say the title race is over, but surely it's going to take something special or catastrophic to change the outcome at this point.
Certainly there are worse positions to be in, but it's vital to don't let complacency creep in. As soon as you let yourself think it's over before it actually is, that's where everything can and often will go wrong.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Vettel, Schumacher, and Perez, Grosjean, Kvyat, Verstappen, and Lando Norris, Stroll, Albon, Pierre Gasly, and Ocon, Giovinazzi, Latifi, Carlos Sainz, and George Russell. Raikkonen and Daniel Ricciardo fills the last spot on the grid. It's almost
Good old
time
Danny
for the
Rick,
lights
bringing
to
up the
go out,
rear.
so let's head down to the track and get this Grand Prix underway.
Good one, Danny Rick. No words of encouragement from the team today. No pre-race. Go get 'em. Yeah, I'm going to go for the... it's a bit of a crazy strategy, this one. Mediums to softs. Is that the call? Is that the right strategy for this race? I don't know. But lights out. And away we go. And again, just absolutely beast mode off the start line. Although Bottas is coming back at me, but we're going to out-drag him. Too wide. Okay, lost it, so I'm going to cut the corner. That was a bit cheaty, but I was not prepared to yield first place to Bottas there. Here he comes though. Here he comes. He's all over my rear wing, Billy Bottas.
Great first lap. Keep it up.
Tyres are a little bit cold, struggling for a bit of grip. Bottas is on the inside. Oh. Oh, Bottas is there. Oh, Bottas has spun.
Safety car deployed. The safety car has been deployed. Watch your delta. Make sure you keep it
Vettel
positive
is
as
out
we
of the
catch
session.
pack. Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace.
I think Bottas spun there, and then I think as Bottas was spinning, I think he collected Vettel. And unfortunately for Vettel, he's now out of the race. But I didn't see Bottas out of the race, so Bottas has probably carried on, I think. Bottas is probably carrying on. He's lost a lot of positions, but I said I was struggling for tyre temps. They must have been too, and I think he just got a little bit too bold. Right, I've got to find the safety car now then.
We're accumulating some wear on the MGUK. To manage this, we'll need to lower our ERS deployment mode. Approaching the safety car, you're leading, so don't pass it. Stay behind the safety car.
So we've come from a wondrous race at Hungary, where we had no safety cars at all. You know, the race was run perfect. And then we come to Spa and first lap, safety car. It's been a season for safety cars. Oh, Bert Mylander there in the car ahead. He's done a lot of laps this year. I would say in the race, he's probably done more laps than Billy Bottas. Oh, there's a dig at Bottas there. You got to keep having digs at Bottas. How long's the safety car going to be out for, I wonder? Bearing in mind we only lost the one car in Vettel, so it shouldn't be too difficult to remove that car and let us get racing again. But I really don't want this guy to be out too long because I need to get tyre temped. My mediums are going to be cooling off quite severely. The core of the tyres is already blue, which is not great.
Okay, we're reaching a danger point with the wear on the MGUH. Overheating the engine will exacerbate the issue, so keep the temps under control.
Oh, definitely not going to be overheating the engine yet.
We're coming up to the safety car now.
Not at this
Do
point
not
of the
pass it.
race.
You are the leader. Follow the safety car.
I'm driving a little bit with I'm pressing the brake and the accelerator at the same time. There's enough power in the engine that it can still keep driving the car forward even with the brakes fully engaged, but it's generating massive brake temp, which hopefully then translates to core temp in the tyres. And maybe we can heat the tyres up from the inside out. Can we not go racing yet? Come on, guys. This safety car does not need to be out anymore. I haven't even seen a car. or any debris that would warrant this guy still being here. Oh, don't overtake the safety car. Let Bert pass again. I almost did a Bottas there. Would have got disqualified for overtaking the safety car. Come on, Bert. You got to be going faster, Bert. You're too slow, man. Too slow. Getting the brakes nice. I can get the brakes quite toasty, look. By driving with the brakes engaged, I can get them really warm.
Safety car is in this lap. Safety car in this lap. You will be controlling the pace on the restart. Keep it steady until the safety car has reached the pit lane.
Okay. Safety car restart time. Time to get focused. Try and get some surface temp. Then we're going to apply the brakes in a minute. Get the brakes nice and toasty because we're going to need them for turn 1. Last chance to try and get some heat going into the core, so I'm going to keep the brakes applied. And now I'm just going to go for it. Let's go. Bolt.
Okay,
Rich mix, ERS. And we're away. Good restart from me. Very good restart. Although Hamilton's still there. He's still there behind me. The only one bad thing to come out of Bottas' spin at the start is that he took the wrong Ferrari out. He should have took out Leclerc, because that would have helped me in my rivalry. I feel a bit bad, he's took the wrong Ferrari out. Run out of ERS before the end of the lap. I used too much ERS on that lap.
Gap to teammate behind
that's
is
understandable.
2.4 seconds.
Too deep into turn 1 again. Basically, I'm using rich mix and ERS all the way down this next part of the track until I get to the next heavy braking zone. This is the area where I'm using, and then I'm running standard mix then almost until the end of the lap. I'll change down there, and then pretty much that long section all the way up leading into the bus stop chicane, that's where I then run rich mix again, and also use a little bit of ERS deployment. Ooh, got a little wide there. That was close. It's so easy if you get. I touch the gravel and it's very easy to spin if you hit that gravel. I probably don't want to be that wide in future. was a little bit of a tense moment that could have ended in tears.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
DRS has been enabled for the first time in this race here on lap 6 because of the safety car. It'll be interesting to see who overtakes who now behind me. Leclerc's done Hamilton. And Hamilton's done Leclerc. Though they briefly traded places. Now Leclerc's done Hamilton again. Hey, they squabble and fall out, that's fine. It'll let me pull a bit of a gap to them while they're fighting amongst themselves. They'll be losing time. Verstappen's moved up to 5th.
Roman
He started
is in the pits.
9th. So he's moving up the order a little bit. Hamilton's been done by Kvyat. Oh my lord. Danny Kvyat's overtaken Hamilton in the Mercedes. How? Because he's on soft tyres. Him and Leclerc are on softs. Probably means they're not going to go very far into the race though, so that's a bit of a false kind of image there, because they're going to be boxing very soon. And then they're probably going on to the hard tyres and going to the end of the race, I should imagine.
We're leading our teammate by 27.7 seconds.
Verstappen's overtaken Hamilton. Wow, Verstappen's definitely making his way up the order here. That's 6 places he's gained since the start of the race. 2 of those obviously helped by Bottas's incident. Bottas spinning and then obviously taking out Vettel. That gave Verstappen 2-3 places, but he's still done the work to overtake 4 other guys. Leclerc's now pitted. So, as I expected, he's dropped out the order.
Verstappen has just put up the fastest lap of the race so far.
Now Verstappen's setting fastest laps. Tell you what, some of these guys, some of these teams, definitely picking up the pace now as the season goes on. They're starting to get the upgrades put on the car, and they're definitely a lot stronger than they were a few races ago in the race.
Be careful, we think you're going to start losing some tyre grip around now.
No, I still think I've got a bit of rubber left, Jeff. Fastest lap from me. That's good.
Keep this up.
That's good. Nice to get the fastest lap back from... Oh, but Verstappen's then gone and posted it instantly. Taking it off me again. You seem to be getting slower.
Some information on Leclerc. They're slowing
down.
down.
That's straight.
It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
Oh, brilliant. Yes. That's what we want to see. Go on, Leclerc. Don't finish. Retire. Retire. That's what we want to see. We want to see Leclerc fail. And hopefully fastest lap coming up.
We're approaching the pit window.
No.
You'll be on the softs.
No, didn't get fastest lap. Hoping to take fastest lap back from Max. Come on. I know it seems a bit silly chasing fastest laps when I'm leading the race, but honestly, it's worth it just to get that extra point, not just in the championship, but also in the rivalry battle with Leclerc. If I can set the fastest lap, that gives me a point. And right now I would be on course for 6 points from today's race. on, green and green. On green and green. Come on, fastest lap. Come on, fastest lap. Yes!
Great work. That's
In
it,
your
you
face,
fastest lap of the
Verstappen.
race.
In your face.
The car behind has started to drop back. There's a gap beginning to form.
I haven't gone fast, I haven't kept up the pace though. Oh, Ricardo's out of the session. Goodbye, Danny Rick. Catch the first plane, the early plane home. Back to Oz. Back to Aussie land. He obviously had an early flight planned. He didn't want to finish the race. Well, he made it halfway, so, you know, there is that. Well worth taking that 10 place grid penalty, wasn't it, as well, for all them new parts you took, because they haven't lasted. Oh, that was a bit bad. That was a bit bad of me. That's lost me some time. That's let Max get a little bit closer. Undone all my hard work with the fastest laps.
Caution, caution.
Danny Rick's parked up somewhere down here, I'm guessing. Yeah, over there, look. On
Green
the left.
flag.
Start and finish straight. It's a bit of a dangerous place, but I suppose he's off the firing line. He's off the firing line. Hit this lap 13, really? Not really sure about that. Suppose if that's the strategy call, that's the strategy call. I would have liked to have gone a couple of laps longer on these tyres. Maybe seen if Verstappen and Hamilton were going to box, and then maybe do a lap or two extra. Increase my gap to them before I pitted. But I guess that's not the plan we're going for in this particular race. Box, box, box. Don't crash in the very tight pit lane here. And we're being followed in by Verstappen and by Hamilton. Ah! I should have stayed out. I should have done another lap or two.
Go, go, go.
I mean, the advantage is I'm going to be on we're all on the soft
See these
tyres.
tyres through to the end now.
Okay, we're all on the softs. I thought they were probably going to go for hard tyres as well. They've kind of gone the opposite strategy. They've matched me. That's not good. I was hoping to have the pace advantage with them being on hards and me being on softs. That's not happened either. Oh, and I've got a horrible feeling car, horrible balance. Maybe these is cold tyres. Maybe. Or am I going to have the same shocking feeling in the car that I had in qualifying whenever I put these red striped soft tyres on? Well, I'm getting perhaps a little bit too much ground contact with the car. Too much understeer because the car's basically skating on the bottom of the car. We're bottoming out. Especially as we're going to have a bit of a heavier car at the minute because we've still got quite a bit of fuel on board. Yeah, I'm definitely struggling there. I wasn't getting up to 200 miles an hour down there. I was only doing 196. I have lost speed.
Our gap behind is 1.8 seconds.
What about down here? Keep an eye on the speeds down here and see how we do. Not great. Again, the car tended to skate a bit through that middle part of the middle part of Eau Rouge. I'm wondering if I've made a mistake here with this strategy. I wonder if I should have gone to the hard tyres after the mediums. We certainly wouldn't have the balance issues. We certainly wouldn't have the ride height issues. And I would definitely be quicker than I am now.
Gap to teammate behind is 24.2 seconds.
I'm not even hitting 200 miles an hour now down here. Look, 198. I've lost quite a bit of pace just by changing tyres. I've lost straight line speed. That's not good. I should have fitted the hards. And I keep ice skating off the track there. That's twice I've done that. Max is in the mirror. I can just see a dot appearing. How many laps is left? Is this the last lap? Oh, still, I'll tell you what, there's still a long, long way to go in this race. This is a long circuit, this. Long laps. I did question whether I'd got the game on the right settings when I saw that it was only a 22-lap race.
Hamilton
I was like,
has just put up the fastest lap of the race so far.
I was like, 22 laps? Have I changed the race length setting by mistake? I haven't. It's still on 50%. It's just that, of course, this circuit is incredibly long. and quite long lap times. So Hamilton's trying to find some pace then, because he's got fastest lap now. Or he did have. I don't think Bottas has took it, hasn't he?
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
I've lost so much speed. That's got to be really hurting me down these straights, long straight sections. To lose 4 or 5 kilometers per hour or miles per hour is quite a big loss.
The turbocharger is on its last legs. Let's try to keep mileage on it to a minimum.
You can't really do that, Jeff, because I've still got, you know, flipping 5 laps to do. If you want to make the race shorter, Jeff, you know, take away the next 5 laps and call this the last lap, then that will definitely help me reduce mileage. Unfortunately, I've got to drive to the end, Jeff. There's no way I can reduce mileage on the turbocharger. What an absolute stupid statement. Max is now in DRS range, officially.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
In the 1 second window. Which is even worse for me now in these long straights, because I'm going to be giving away even more speed.
We advise moving to mix 2, fuel to mix 2.
Oh, sorry, Jeff. I've got to keep using rich mix on the straights. I need to try and limit the speed loss as much as I can. But hey, this is a good lesson for the next race in Monza. We're not going to be using the soft tyres in Monza because it costs us too much straight line speed. So definitely mediums and hards at Monza. In fact, I'm probably going to take a harder tyre balance to Monza to make sure I've got plenty of mediums and hards available at Red Bull.
No.
Is he going? Where's he going? He's going around the outside. No. Managed to hold him off there. I thought he was going to have a bit of a move into the bus stop.
We're leading our teammate by 25.9 seconds.
Haven't lapped anybody round Spa. You know, so we've gone from lapping cars in Hungary to not lapping cars in Spa. Difference tracks make, eh? Max is gaining all the time down here with the DRS. I wonder as well if I've slightly cut my tyres as well, because I don't think these softs are particularly well wearing, especially through the Eau Rouge and Radallon sections of the track. Very tyre wear there, especially if you're keeping flat. Some of these long sweepy corners, there's a lot of load, side load on the tyres, and that just causes some scrubbing and excessive wear. Again, another reason why I would have liked to have done a couple more laps on the mediums before boxing, to limit the amount of laps I had to do on these. Max is just going to come zooming up behind me now. He's got the slipstream. Can't get out of the way. He's going to go round the outside. Oh, he's done my front wing. He's damaged my front wing.
Alright, so we've been looking at the damage, and we think you should be okay to continue. It'll cost us a little bit of time.
That didn't feel like a lot of contact, but it's enough to give me a yellow front wing. Left front wing. Which is not going to help my downforce and my tyre issues. Oh, here he comes. I'm going to just outbrake the Red Bull. 2 laps to go.
Okay, take it easy on the car.
No,
we can't
he's got
sustain
me.
this level of damage.
He's done me. Oh, I've got understeer. Understeer. Max has done me. He's got me. He's freaking cleared off pretty quick as well. I wonder if he initiated that contact on purpose because he knew what it would do. It would absolutely destroy my car's performance. Taking the front wing off. Oh, and the worrying thing now is I've got Lewis Hamilton coming up behind me as well. Come on, we've only got 1 lap to go after this. Come on, let's try and hang on.
This is your final lap of the race.
Oh, there's Lewis. I'm going to try and out-drag him. I probably should have hung back. Ah, because I'm going to give him DRS. I should have hung back. So I would have had the DRS down here. Ah. Here he comes. But again, I've got more confidence on the brakes. Although not by much. To be fair to Lewis, he was pretty confident on the brakes himself there. As he ought to be driving a Mercedes.
Less than a lap of fuel now. The tank is empty.
Lewis is going to go steaming round. No, I managed to squeeze him against the wall. Oh, no, we've messed up. Now he's got it. Damn it. Oh, 3rd place. Last lap, pretty much. Lost 2 positions. I mean, we're still on the podium. It's still positive, but... Oh, I feel like that's a race that's got away from us there. Combination of bad driving from me and bad tyre strategy from the team. Too far away. I'm too far away to have a lunge at Lewis. And I wouldn't want to hit Lewis because, you know, he's a good man. He's Lewis. He's a good driver. Got a lot of respect for Lewis Hamilton as a racer.
Well done. good finish. You stepped up and achieved what we asked. Good job.
I mean, the team's delighted with third place. Obviously, they will be. I'm not quite so happy, but like I say, it's tough.
So another fantastic victory for Red Bull today.
We're getting to the serious end of the season now, and
So Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
Well,
we're
they played
lacking
the
in
safety car to
upgrades and
absolute
performance.
perfection. There are so many factors to worry about once the race is neutralised. I mean, do you pit for fresh rubber? Do you have the space behind you? How much fuel can you save? If you answer all of those questions correctly,
There's
you'll have
Lando.
a good chance. And that's exactly what happened today.
He's delighted because he made 2 places.
Red Bull put up an outstanding fight for the front position today, and it's great to see it paid off for them. They do so much for the sport that you can't help but be delighted by today's race win.
Michael clearly on the podium isn't as delighted with his third place. He's not joining in the celebrations with the other guys. I feel like Michael probably feels like that last lap, those last 2 laps were
And now
not great.
let's take a look at the drivers' standings. Schumacher increases their championship lead. Some amazing talent out on the track today. But
Lost
Anthony,
3
who
seconds
would
to
you
Max
pick as
in
your
those 2
driver of the day?
laps.
Max Verstappen seemed to just effortlessly weave through the other drivers today without a care in the world. He was definitely my driver of choice.
Let's move on to the constructors.
Ninth
Red Bull
to
take
first.
over as championship leaders. There was also a strong showing from the McLaren team today.
Bottas got to 7th after his spin,
That's an end to
which
another
is good for
fantastic
Bottas,
weekend
good
of racing.
recovery.
Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Poor old Vettel though. If we have a look at it, have a look at the incidents. Yeah, Bottas took out Vettel. 5-second penalty for Bottas. Grosjean got a 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags. Well done, Roman. And then obviously Danny Rick broke down on lap 11. So his 10th place grid penalty didn't really help Danny Rick, did it? Most of the drivers went soft medium or medium soft. There's only one guy, Esteban Ocon, who went to the hard tyres. Charles Leclerc went to hard tyres. Well, there's a couple of guys who went soft to hards, actually, at the front end here. It's a shame a couple more drivers didn't do that, like Max and Lewis. Red Bull have overtaken us now in the Constructors' Championship. I tell you what, we're going to start to... I feel we're going to start to drop now. We're going to be mid-table mediocrity by the end of the season.
Great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts. Everything went your way today. It looked like you had a really good strategy for the race. You're beating all expectations. Would you say we all underestimated you?
I'm not able to really say what I want to say in these interviews. None of these answers are really what I want to say right now, but I guess I just have to do the game mechanic-y bit and just answer what I assume the game expects me to answer to get the bonuses to my departments, I suppose. Look at that, look, 4 points. Missed out on a point there because we didn't get fastest lap. So still 2 points separating me and Charles. Tough. Gonna be tough heading into Monza. Gonna be very tough.
I know we were expecting some new developments to come through, but some of them have failed the quality control. Make sure you indicate what you'd like redeveloped via the R&D screen.
Oh no, upgrades have failed. What's failed? What has failed? Our durability improvement on the control electronics. And we don't have enough points to restart it. Oh, that's shocking. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Again, we're kind of locked off at the minute. We can't get any more engine development done. There's a couple more little bits and pieces we can do for the chassis, but then we're going to be pretty much locked off there as well, because of our facilities. There's a couple of, like I say, a couple of like major upgrades we could be doing on Downforce before the end of the season, but we're going to need to get like 1, 3. There's like 4 upgrades there, which are going to give us some big aero improvements before the end of the season, if we can get enough points in the board and points in the bag. And obviously we're going to have to change our engine, fit new components ready going into Monza, start using engine 2 for practice, and then engine 3 in the race. Although, to be fair, we don't have a lot of energy store. We only have the 2 energy store and control electronics, so we can't fit any more of those without penalties. So can't take a 3rd one of those without penalties. But anyway, guys, that's the end of today's episode. We're heading into round 15 next, which is Monza. So be sure to come back and join me for the next video. Thank you everybody for watching. Goodbye for now.